All right, everybody, it's Captain Jack here. We are, oh my God, I am, I tell you, I am just, Steve, I can't take your call. If you want to call in, you gotta, okay, and Rob, I understand, gotcha. I'm getting messages here. My phone is blowing up. I got to try to do things as I can immediately. Uh, Ed, I like said the weaknesses. I'm gonna get in on that, but again, Brian Shaw. Yeah, I tell you the drops. Very very disheartening. Very disheartening to see the drops that we did have. Aguilar had a couple which were hard, a couple drops which were hard, and then of course the drops by the fullback um, that were key as well. Again, differences in winning the game and losing the game. And I definitely would like to have y'all watch things here, see what you got. Again, you're watching the show. Hopefully you're here. We'll talk more about it. I'm getting my bearings here, making sure that everybody is here. I think Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to tell people on Facebook. If you are here on Facebook, I want to see if I am here on Facebook. Yeah, 3 minutes. I'm gonna edit this post. Um, I got to edit it because it says pregame show, and I know it's the postgame show. Stand by a second for the calls. Who is that calling in? Steve, I understand. Let me get to this, Steve. Let me get to this. I will be right with you, Steve. But I gotta change this, and I saved that. So hopefully we will get that squared away. This is the post game show. Why does it still say pregame show? It's post game. It's post game. Ah, I got to finish with this. It's not pregame. It's post game. If you were here on Facebook, give me a minute. I'm trying to get it saying to what it should be. It shouldn't be pregame. It should be postgame. If you are on Facebook, come to YouTube. Come to YouTube right now, and we will get things going. I'll have calls in here. It won't let me friggin' change it. God bless it. If you are here again, if you are here on Facebook, I will allow it to roll for a little bit on Facebook. They won't allow me to do the editing, which kind of pisses me off. It's kind of pissing me off. But if you are on Facebook, come over to YouTube, youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We are here. And again, we got 16 here watching. Get the word out. We're going to be talking. And again, for anybody, and I gotta let folks know, for anybody that gives a $4.99 and above on the super chat per conversation, I say if Ed Winchell was to throw another three at the equation, then he would be good for one entry. I'm going to be giving everything there. Brian Shaw, you guys. Okay, so Brian Shaw, obviously, Carr, that last pass, he was trying to lead the guy. I'm not going to sit here and berate Derek Carr. There you go. Ed Winchell is good to go. So he has another entry in when I do another drawing, and I will take all of the things together. He has another entry in the giveaway. Thank you for being here. I do have on the Google. So if you want to call in, Hopefully, we'll have some people that will call in. I'm not. There you go, Rob. I get it. He did play a hell of a game, and this was a hard loss. But I'm going back to, as people were saying, the drops, the drops, the drops. The fact that Aguilar, and we knew about it from before, and this is what Eagles fans were saying, that he's such a talented person, and we know that he's talented. We know that he's speedy. He dropped one last week that should have been a touchdown. And we didn't need those points. But again, if Aguilar catches that ball, we don't punt. If we don't punt, I think that we get at least 3. We get at least 3. That changes the climax of the game. Alec Ingold dropped 2, Rob, but I tell you, I wouldn't say he killed us. No, I disagree with that. He dropped 2 as well. Alec Ingold dropped 2 passes, and I will go through. I think the drop by Aguilar was more hurtful because it was a deep pass, and it would have been deep in Kansas City's field of play. We get at least 3 points out of it instead of getting 0, and that's the difference in the game. That's the difference in the game. I'm going to put it, and again, it's a team game, team loss. And again, we knew that the Chiefs were going to be good, obviously, because they've only lost 1 game, and they lost it to us. This was a winnable game, and we came up a little bit short. But let's go over. I mean, if you look at the stats, and I'm gonna do while you guys are commenting, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get the stats out because they are updating as we speak. Okay, Carr had the late interception, but you know what? That doesn't kill us. Having Travis Kelce wide open in the end zone for the winning touchdown ultimately killed us, right? Because who the hell was covering Kelce? And I can't stand it when Kelce, and I know that, again, Robert will be here for these conversations. Let me see if I can try to keep up on the chatter, but I'm going to be going through this. But nobody's covering Kelce? Brian Shaw, who's your team? I'd be interested to hear you guys. Well, if Abram was covering him, then he was severely not in the right place. Okay, let's go to a phone call. We got Steve. Steve, again, keep it concise, keep it brief, and keep it to the point. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm pissed as all get out, Captain.
Okay.
How in the hell could 44 let Kelce get behind him? He's been killing us for years, and he's pissing me off.
Well,
I can't tell you how pissed I am that this defense, our defense, Captain, what the hell's going on? Carr's got to go in a shooting match with Mahomes. It's bad enough we got here bootlicking Al Michaels and that idiot Collinsworth. I never watched those jackwads anyway. Then to hear that, I should have just listened to you.
Yeah, well, hopefully people will listen to me from now on. You don't have to listen to those pricks. Because, again, you know that every time the Raiders lose, they're so smug in their comments. They're so smug in their comments.
What was this, a coronation of Mahomes tonight? I never heard such a damn biased brute. And then, God forbid, I just can't stand listening to Musburger. I'm sorry. He needs to wrap it up for the next year. But, Captain, Kelce, I'm so pissed, Captain. But you know what? It would have been really hard for us to win against them three games in a row if we ended up playing them in the playoffs. So maybe this is a blessing in disguise. But, GD, you know what? You let him so wide open. I could have made that catch. Captain, you could have made that catch.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm so effing pissed.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what's off tonight, too? Being this game and having just blown away like that. Kelce's been a Raider killer for years.
Yes, he has been. And that's why before when you called in, and again, I didn't get a chance to go to the stats. No worries. I'm just letting you know. is I will and Robert Bigler, who is again a nice Chiefs fan, and there are some that are. Again, Brian Shaw is a Bucks fan, not Chiefs fan. Thanks for that there, Brian. Remember the Chiefs play the Bucks next week. Chiefs play the Bucks next week.
I can never thought I'd be cheering for Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, honestly, I'm rooting for an atomic bomb on that game.
Hey, Captain, just remember they got to go back to Kansas City, and in the summer they sweat their short hairs off, in the winter they freeze their ass off, and then they got to worry about tornadoes. So is it really great to be living in Kansas City?
The only good thing in Kansas City is the barbecue.
Yeah, you got to get that from a gas station called Oklahoma Joe's.
Yes.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, but again, I agree with you. I agree with you, Steve. We're all pissed, and I appreciate you calling in, partner.
You have a great night, good health, and we'll get through this, Captain. It's just a bitter pill to swallow, especially when Kelsey was saying, "Oh, this is their Super Bowl."
Nah.
Jerkwad.
Well, he's an ass. He's an ass. But you know what? I'm sorry, he's an ass. Robert, you even know that. Thanks again there for calling in, Steve.
Have a great night. Go Raiders. We're back, baby. We'll be back next week.
All right.
At least we got.
Whoop. Sorry, I cut Steve off. I apologize. The line is open, and again, before you call in, Jared. Before you called in at Kansas City Joe's, yeah. And it is. They have great barbecue. In fact, Rob, if I go out to Kansas City, Robert is going to make sure. Well, I guess, I wanted to do stats, but I got to get these calls. Jared, how you doing? Jared, how you doing?
Good, Captain Jack. How you doing?
I'm good. I want to get the stats out, but you guys keep calling in too fast, so I can't say no. What's going on?
Well, I just want to say that was a tough one to swallow. They had that game with 2 minutes to go. You just do not rest that easy and let them march down the field and steal that game from you blindly. And they stole it blindly tonight, plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bitch about the officials, but there was a lot of horrendous calls. I go back to the call, and again, I know that Robert Bigler thinks otherwise, but the call against on one of their touchdowns, I believe it was probably. Or not a touchdown, but a call that led to a touchdown was the pass interference against Arnett on Kelsey. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That was a bullshit call. And I agree there. No matter what, I would have. I mean, I just think and I hate saying it, but the Raiders actually scored too quick. They scored too quick.
Yeah, they did. I do have the stats there in case you need them, however. We got Carr, 23 of 31, 275, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Mahomes, 34 of 45, 348. Receiving-wise and rushing, Clyde was hit with Hilaire, however, and Brooklyn carried 59 yards, 5 yards to carry, 2 touchdowns. Jacob Simpson carried 65 yards, 3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown for the night. Rushing 27 to 108, 4 yards per carry to the chest. Las Vegas 26-89, 3.5. Receiving, however, you got beat big time. Travis Kelce 8-127 and touchdown 15 yards per reception. Tyreek Hill 11 catches, 102, 9 almost 9.5 per yard, 1 touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson 6 catches, 44 yards for the night. 35 catches, 352, 10 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. The Raiders, Aguilar had a nice night, 6 catches, 88 yards and a touchdown. Darren Walter, 7 catches, 88 yards, 12.5 yards per catch, 1 touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, 2 catches, 38 yards per catch, 18.5 however.
Well, yeah. I mean, what I was trying to get at, and I didn't get a chance to do it, is that when you look at it, okay, Kansas City ended up getting 75 more receiving yards, and that was basically the difference at the end of the game. Was most of that was off of receptions because, again, the Raiders were a little bit behind, and then they marched down the field and they got the touchdown. But Kansas City got the ball back, and most of that was receiving yards at that last portion. That's why they ended up getting 75 more yards in receiving. The Raiders actually averaged more per catch at 12 to 10. But again, you don't leave those guys open. The defense, I mean, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't really a defensive shitty play. It was the fact that it was inopportune plays at the most inopportune times, because there was pressure on Mahomes. There was goodness. There was good things there. I'm not going to give this loss as a Gunther needs to be fired loss. Far from it. I think that the defense for the altogether were there. Oh yeah, and Nevada Nick. I want to read what Nevada Nick says. Bad calls on both teams. I agree there. Carr intentional grounding. That was true. Carr did and should have had an intentional grounding call. I agree there. False start and 3rd and goal. No, I think that the when they called it on Witten, I think that the Chiefs were in the neutral zone before Witten did that. It doesn't matter because Witten ended up getting the catch for the touchdown. But I think that there was a little bit of the badness. Like I said, there was bad calls, and I agree with Nick there on both. And Carr, that was a perfect case for intentional grounding. You are correct there. They got to get their defense squared away. I agree with that as well. Good. Thank you for the comments there, Nick. I appreciate you coming in. And again, I appreciate you with your stats as well. Steelers are the class of the NFL with their being 10-0. I'm gonna say that they played weak competition, but you play who you play, and you play the schedule. But I think that the Steelers they are believing in themselves at the right time. I think the Raiders, if they can continue to win out, because now the Raiders have 4 losses, and I think that the most tough game that they are going to have is Indianapolis, and they are playing Indy at home. So if the Raiders can win out, they're 12-4, and they would be the number 1 wild card. They got to win out, though. At worst, they got to be 11-5 because it's going to come down to it. I think the Raiders can obviously make the playoffs this year. They are a damn good team. They just got to get that defense a little bit tighter.
Well, the next 2 games, I think it shows how you're right. However, the Falcons, look at what happened in New Orleans today with Taysom Hill and Matt Ryan. That was just a big letdown. And then the Jets, about the Jets. And I will give kudos a little bit to the Jets for the first time in weeks, Howard. They almost beat the Chargers and Herbert today. They just let it slip out of their hands, and they continue to just sink by the ship, Howard, so to speak. But you talk about the schedule quick, and I know one person didn't want me to talk about this, but you're right. I will say you're right. The schedule is what it is, Howard. The last 2 weeks, they've looked very good defensively. You know that Baltimore's going to come in. I talked about this with Eddie Mitchell a few minutes ago, right before I called in to talk to you. They're going to have their hands full this Thursday, no doubt about it. But if they can beat Baltimore, and Baltimore's been on a slide the last couple of weeks, even going back to when we played them the first time in Baltimore, if you can beat Baltimore here on Thursday night, on Thanksgiving night, you've got the North wrapped up. The only tough game I see for Pittsburgh the rest of the way in the slate, there's going to be 2 of them, I should say. One of them will definitely be Buffalo 2 days before my birthday, and that's Sunday night in Buffalo, because you never know what the weather will be like up in Buffalo. It could be a blizzard and a whiteout. The other game could be Indianapolis right after Christmas. You get by those 2, you'll be okay. I think those are maybe 2 games I think the Steelers are going to have to be very careful besides this one coming up on Thursday.
Okay, well, again, I agree there, Jared, and I thank you for calling in, my friend. You take care and appreciate you being here, brother.
No problem. I'll be in touch with you during the week.
Okay, thanks again. Okay, and I'm having some issues with the callers. So again, I have the information up. Hang on a second. I'm gonna have to go to my settings here on OBS because I have it where it's okay. I'm gonna have to do audio. Okay. I tell you what. Let's get this squared away. Hopefully, we will get this where you guys can hear everything. I'm applying. Hopefully, we got this done. Okay, let me set it again. Hopefully, the settings are back where that they are. You guys can hear. So there we go. It looks like everything is squared away now. It looks like everything was disabled. So hopefully there will be better output. And again, I apologize out of OBS, but we'll find out with the next call. And again, if for the folks that couldn't hear it, again, hopefully we'll get that squared away. And Kelly, hopefully you're doing well. Very muffled, got it. And we'll find out on the next call. I checked the settings on OBS, so that should be much better. We are listening here on the Ask Captain Jack show after a tough loss with the Kansas City Chiefs. It was a team loss, guys. And again, we knew going in that it was going to be a tough game. We knew going in it was going to be a tough game. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Let me get the phone number up, and we'll do that so we can have anybody call in. The number is 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Hopefully we'll get folks out here. Hopefully the audio has been fixed and that will be stuff that you can hear. And it's always good to hear from Jared. And again, I'm going to say go through the lines here. I wasn't able to get to everybody in here. Again, if you give a $4.99 donation via Super Chat or Super Chat or Super Sticker, you will get one, entry into a prize in the future. I have a couple things that I'm waiting on, and hopefully we'll get that coming in. We got a call from Thor. Thor, how you doing, brother? What's going on?
Man, I'm hanging in, Cap. I'm hanging in. I'm a little bit sad right now, but not really. I'm a little bit pissed off. I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit happy, actually. You know why, Captain? Because we're for real.
We are.
We're for real, man. That game really hurt me. I told my wife yesterday, though. I said, you know what? As long as we don't get blown out and look stupid against the Chiefs, if we go toe for toe with them, even if we lose, it's not going to hurt me too bad. So I'm going to just keep sticking to that. I'm upset. Yeah, I did bet the Raiders money line again tonight. I wish I took the points because I would have covered. But whatever. Whatever. Sometimes I'm just gambling for fun and for what I want. I want the Raiders to win. I feel like we should have won. I feel like Aguilar and Ingold might have cost us the game by dropping balls.
Well,
I think we put the game away.
Right, and I said that Aguilar with that dropped pass when it was deep in Kansas City territory, instead of getting at least getting a field goal out of it, it was a punt.
Yeah.
And I knew then it was going to be a catch or a drop that would come back and hurt us. Ingold, he had the drops. It was difficult. It was difficult catches. But Aguilar's catch, in fact, I think Aguilar had two drops tonight.
They hit him dead in the hand.
Right.
Dead in the hand.
Right.
Two of them.
Two drop
and
passes.
Both of those were on drives that stopped our drive and we had a punt. And both of those I feel like we would have scored on. So, for that, I'm upset at Aguilar. But I also feel like that honestly, when we were driving at the end, when we didn't score, we get down to the one maybe, and it's like first and goal. And I was thinking, God, I really hope we don't score until we run off some more clock and get it down to about 28 seconds, which is what we actually got the ball back. We scored right after the 2-minute warning. And I was thinking, oh, shit, they got timeout. That's too much time. And I was like, all right, just please hold them to a field goal. Let's get this game to OT. But I also feel like that if they would have scored with 1:28, I feel like I have enough confidence now in this team that we were going to go back down and score, or at least have a shot to score. I never had that before, so that's why I'm not upset. Like, honestly, Kansas City's the best team in football. They're Super Bowl champions. They're 9-1. Sure, Pittsburgh's 10-0 or whatever. But Kansas City's the best team in football. Let's be honest. And we beat them once, and we played toe to toe with them. So I know this: they don't want to see us again. They don't want to see us in the playoffs. And I feel like even in a loss, this game should give us confidence. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. And again, I like the fact that. I love this comment by Nick. Love him 1 minute, want to strangle him the next, but he's been important to the Raiders this year. So you take good with the bad. I agree. And again, I would like to. Aguilar's on a 1-year contract, and I'd like to sign him again because he's done so many positive things to the Raiders. I'm not calling to say that he's the reason why we lost. There was a lot of reasons why we lost. His 2 drops hurt. Ingold's 2 drops hurt. The fact that the Raiders could not cover Travis Kelce hurt. But this was
Right. That was on Abram. That was on 24 all day.
Right.
I mean, as much as some of us love Abram, I mean, for the big hits and stuff, he's out of position a lot. But, he's a second-year player or something that missed his first year, so he's similar to a rookie. Maybe because I love Abram for the big hits and whatever, I give him a little bit of slack. But I feel like he's kind of a rookie, so I can let some of it go. To me, the defense is just really young. They're still the Kansas City Chiefs, the world champs, and Mahomes is a magician. He's a monster, and we're going to have to face him for a lot of years. So that sucks. But our offense can play with anyone, and that excites me. It really does. I mean, it's hard to say that I feel good in a loss, and I don't feel good about losing at all. But I feel more positive about this team after this loss. I mean, that really sounds kind of weird, I think, but that's really how I'm feeling right now. So, and I really, right after we lost, I was really pissed off. And I know the neighbors in my apartment complex are like, God damn, what happened down there? Because they heard a lot of fucking motherfuckers. Fuck is wrong with you? And for literally like 2.5 straight hours. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I was almost expecting maybe cops to show up or something like, oh shit, did something happen over here? Nah, just the Reddit game was on.
Yeah. And I had to look at my clock. I said, okay, we're 30 minutes into the broadcast and you threw an F. So hopefully it will get past the censors for the broadcast. But thank you there, Thor, for at least waiting until we're far enough in that hopefully this will be able to get monetized. But again, I agree. Like I said, this was a tough loss. And I really think that the Raiders could have and should have won. But, could have and should have just didn't happen. Hey, Thor, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go to the next caller, partner.
All good, brother. All good. Red Nation all day, baby.
All right. Thanks again, Thor. That was Thor calling in, and now we go to Ed Winchell. And again, Ed, I figured out what the problem was, so that should be better for everybody. How you doing? Ed,
hey, buddy.
Ed Winchell.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm glad that I got the sound working out and we got it fixed.
Yeah, it sounds like regular. The last 3 or 4 shows was the same sound with every caller.
Yeah. And again, I got it fixed.
But now it sounds great.
Yeah, I got it fixed. I'm sorry that I didn't get it fixed prior, but I'll figure it out. I mean, I don't know if it's effed up until somebody tells me. So thanks again.
I don't want to criticize anybody, but I do want to let you know, I think the Raiders tonight would have beat any of the other 30 teams in the NFL.
I mean, they played a great game overall. It's just that they didn't come in. And again, I will tell everybody that if you are on Facebook, come over to YouTube, because I'm going to close the Facebook broadcast off in just a little bit. So again, I'm giving you like a bit of a notice. Again, I saw that there are people that are here on Facebook. John Hamilton, King Louis Zavala, Lane Simmons, Lisa Mongelli, and Serge Singh, my boy from Canada. Make sure you head over, please, to YouTube. I'm giving you enough notice that after I get off the phone with Edward, I'm going to be popping the Facebook broadcast. Go ahead, Ed. I'm listening, brother.
You know, I think if we could take away something positive from this, if that's possible, but I think it is, and that is it gives the Raiders a lot of homework on figuring out what they need to do to go far in the playoffs.
Right. Hey, Rob, I got to give that his time, Rob. Go ahead, Edward. Finish your call.
I feel that it's a learning experience, which you can never take for granted, and the Raiders played a fantastic game. I'm not criticizing any one player. I think, like I said before, they would have beaten any other team in the NFL. And I think it will be good for John Gruden and the staff to look at tonight's game and take what they can take from it and learn from it.
I agree.
You know, the Chiefs have some tough games ahead of them. With or without Breeze and, you know, Tyson Hill or whatever at New Orleans. But they're going to be losing some games. I mean, that's obvious. They have a tougher schedule, and we have a very easy schedule. But in the long run, I think that we can learn from this. It'll help us get better, and I'm happy at the way they played overall as a team.
I agree, and again, I appreciate you calling in, Ed. It's always a pleasure hearing from you, partner.
Sure, partner. Anytime, and God bless, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks again.
You got it.
All right. That's Ed Winchell. And again, if you are here on the broadcast, if you're on Facebook, I'm closing the broadcast now. Make sure that you are coming over to YouTube. I'm gonna change it and close it off now. So if you're on Facebook, as soon as I can get it to friggin' work, there you go. If I can get it to friggin' work, there we go.
Sure, partner. Anytime, and
gosh
God bless.
Darn it, man.
We'll talk to you next week.
I tell you, it's so
again.
friggin'.
You got it.
All right, that's Ed Winchell. And again, if you are here on the broadcast, if you're on Facebook, I'm closing the broadcast now. Make sure that I guess I can't do it like that. I gotta do it from the other way. And I'm trying to close it on friggin' YouTube, or Facebook, but it won't let me do it. So let me try to do it again. They won't let me edit the damn broadcast, and I can't get it to. I'll get it eventually. 1 second. I'll get it again eventually. So just stand by a second. It's just that it's running so friggin' slow. It won't let me get to it. So I'll get it. Let me get rid of some of these. Extra windows. Okay. Let me get it. Come on, change it. There we go. My goodness. There we go. All right. Now, the Facebook broadcast is cut off, so we are good to go. I apologize, folks, but I wanted to make sure that we are here. Again, if you want to call in, you should know the number. Brandon Parker, that's a damn good comment. Robert Bigler, you can call back now that Ed's off. You know what it is. And there's Kansas City Rob. Rob, I want to congratulate you on a very hard-fought victory today, Rob. And again, for folks that don't know, Kansas City Rob is a excellent Kansas City fan. He's not a dick, so I like to talk to him on that. So thanks again for being here.
No problem, Captain. Like I said, I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to keep it short. But
you got it.
I'll tell you what. Again, you guys had a game plan. You executed it all the way up until that last drive with 1:40 left. Your defense fell apart. You can't allow 6 straight passes all the way down the damn field in a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And allow arguably the best tight end in football to have nobody within fucking 15 yards of him. That's bad.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
And that's what cost you the game. It wasn't, I mean, Aguilar dropping the ball hurt bad on that third down. I mean, he was, on the 20-yard line of the Chiefs when he dropped it?
Exactly.
But I mean, you can't let that game rest on one player's hands.
Oh, no. I said,
really?
Yeah, it's a team win, team loss. Go ahead, sir.
I really think it was your defense that cost you on the last drive. They played, 59 and a half minutes of football and then lost it.
Yes.
On that last drive. That's what killed you guys. You can't allow Patrick Mahomes to drive down the field with one timeout left and a minute 40 on the clock and score.
Yeah. I agree. And again, Elena, thank you for Elena's in here. Elena, I'll have to figure out what team is your favorite team as well. I have a Buck fan that came in here, and obviously, Rob, I know that you are a Kansas City fan. I got to figure out what Elena is, but thanks for being here as well. Thank you for coming up to the show, and thank you for calling in, Rob. Again, that we will go to that barbecue joint when I get a chance to head on out to Kansas City post COVID. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I'm making a trip. I might make a trip up in the spring, just to get the hell out of the house, and I'll let you know.
Okay, because they have two sandwiches there. One's called the Rocket Pig, and it's pulled pork with fried jalapenos and ham and stuff on that. And then they have one that has it's called the Z-Man, and it has like brisket and melted provolone with an onion ring on there, and it's super good.
Yes.
So we'll have to check them out.
I will, and hey, if I'm hanging with you, and again, I'm glad that your aunt is out of the hospital and has kicked COVID. Again, my blessings to her and positivity to her. Thank you for that. And yeah, as we're getting a lot of positive responses here. And again, I can't wait to see you, man. It was a pleasure last year. It'll be a pleasure again when I can get the hell out there.
Most definitely. And like I said, you took one in Kansas City this year. We took one in Las Vegas. And both of those games were both excellent games.
They were.
I mean, they felt like a playoff game to me.
They were.
And like I said, the Raiders executed on both sides of the ball up until the last minute and 40 seconds of the game.
Yeah, and again, I was kind of upset at the way that all those penalties were going through, that I'm thinking that, there was no time coming off the clock, and I wanted more time to come off when Kansas City was making all of those plays. Excuse me,
to move the ball
with the defense, with the last minute, and I wanted more time to come off the clock, and that's what I was waiting for, and I was and you heard it on the Colorcast. I'm like, What the hell is going on here? And again,
especially with the ball moving a half an inch.
Yeah, and I'm like, my goodness. Again, Witten got was reprieved for his false start, which I think that the guy was in. I think the guy was in the was already in motion. I think he was in the zone, but no time went off the clock, and that's what sucks.
And I'll tell you what. And on that last drive, so you guys then missing the intentional grounding, which would have ended your drive because it would have lost it down. It would have been our ball. It would have been turnover on downs. And then they missed it on us, on our right tackle, jumping on.
Oh, I said that.
On that field, on that pass.
I said that in the broadcast. The guy moved before Mahomes threw the ball, and I said it right on the broadcast. They missed it. It was a legal procedure on the right tackle, number 75, whoever that was.
Yep, they missed that one. They missed the intentional grounding on you guys, and they missed that one on us. And those were both key plays. So because missing that intentional grounding, what that allowed to do is you guys to drive down and score, but you let, like you said, all them little minuscule penalties left so much time on the clock. Well, I didn't think so much time, but I guess enough time that allowed Patrick Mahomes to drive down the field and score.
Right.
So, but you guys played a good game tonight. I wish they would have used Jacobs more because he only had 6 carries for 27 yards for like the whole second half until the fourth quarter. I don't know what that was about.
Well, remember, Jacobs did go out with like a stinger. I don't know what the injury was because, again, I only put up enough volume because, again, I can't stand Al Michaels, which is why I enjoy broadcasting because I can't stand Al Michaels. I can't stand Chris Collinsworth, so I only put up enough volume to know a little bit about what was going on. Excuse me, is that I know that they had a Jacobs was out, in and out. And I think it he might have been still a little bit hurt on that one play, and he came in. I saw that the fact that 13, what's his name, Pilgrim or Pickram or whatever his name was,
Byron Pringle.
Pringle, there you go. I saw that he was hurt when he was going in motion at one time, and I said that guy's hurt, and I even saw that as well.
And I'll tell you another thing. What kind of hurts you guys tonight, and then I'll hop off here. You guys didn't use Ruggs for shit. That dude had 2 catches against us last time he played us for 108 and 2 touchdowns, and you guys didn't fucking throw him the ball maybe 5 times or target him 5 times this whole game.
Yeah, I think I got rid of the stats that I had up, and I'm sorry I did. They used him on an end around, and I know he had 1 other catch, and that's it. They need to use him more. They definitely need to use him more. I agree. That was a wasted opportunity.
That play you dialed up for Aguilar, if that would have been Ruggs, he would have blown past him. It wouldn't even been close.
Right.
And like I said, 2 catches for 108 and 2 scores last time he played us, or 1 score, or whatever it was. And then you target him 1 time in the passing game, the whole game.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Gruden, I tell you, Gruden needs to do that. And again, I appreciate you staying up, man. Go get some rest.
All righty, you have a good night.
All right, thanks again, Rob. You take care, partner.
Bye.
Bye. That's Kansas City Rob, really a really good guy. And again, everybody's allowed to be here as long as you bring positivity as far as what you bring to the show. I don't care who your team is. Make sure you know what the hell you're talking about. That's all. Make sure you know what the hell you're talking about. It is 12:11 on the East Coast. I got work tomorrow, but that's okay. I will make sure that we are here, and we will have calls. 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. We are already on for 45 minutes. And I'll be on until we don't have any calls. And we got one from Mr. Wombat. Hey, I haven't heard from Mr. Wombat in a while. How you doing, brother? What's going on with you?
What's good, Captain Jake? How you doing?
I'm good. Let me make one quick announcement, folks. If you are coming on now, if you use the super chat, if you have a $4.99 donation and above, you get 1 drawing for a Raider prize to be determined. I'm going to get together with all the things that I have, and I'm going to be putting out prizes here on my show. So basically, your love for me gets you an entry for something Raider awesome. So that's just the way I want to say it. It's a minimum $4.99 because people use like $4.99. I've seen a $5 one. But if you use the $4.99, it gets you an entry. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Go ahead.
Then.
Go ahead, sir. That's all me, man. No time for you. As far as you're on. You're on clean, man. You're on clean. You don't have to worry about me babbling. What's going on?
That's cool. Well, first question I have you decided, or what do you decide if you will be in Atlanta for the next weekend?
Oh, unfortunately I will not be in Atlanta. It was decided for me because my job made it. You know how you listen to somebody and he said, it would behoove you if you did this. And and it would behoove me if you did not do this.
Absolutely. I respect that.
Yeah, so you're military. You're military, so you know what you can read between the lines.
Absolutely. No, I get it. But I thought I'd just ask soon as I can because I plan to be salty right now.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You can be salty. We're 47 minutes in. We're 47 minutes in, man.
All right. Well, I'm going to make it clear. I'm not even mad. At Kansas City. I thought their team called a great game. I thought, in my opinion, with the offense, they played as close as they could. Because you remember the history so far the past few seasons with the Raiders playing the Chiefs coming off of a bye week.
Yeah.
So I thought they said, I know people want to trash Nelson Aguilar for his drops or this, but I'm like, y'all acting like this dude hasn't caught at least one touchdown pass a week for this team. So y'all can miss me with that. It's just unfortunate as far as I'm concerned. Until Paul Guenther is gone, the team is going to have to score at least 30 points to win a game. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. I'm so tired. I mean, people are entitled to their thoughts and opinions. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But from what I saw, this team on offense, even with the drops, even with the miscues, they played about as good a game as they could play against a high-powered Kansas City offense. And this horrible scheme with Guenther, whether John doesn't want to take a hit to his ego, I don't know what it is, but Guenther and his scheme is trash. It's absolute trash. These players are continuously out of position. How crazy is it that I'm more confident in third and short than I am third and long with this team? It's ridiculous. And they continuously give up big plays, and they do the same stupid stuff every week. And it happened again, and I was hoping that the offense could chew up more of the clock to keep Patrick Mahomes and their offense off the field. And sure enough, what happens? It was less in the hands of the defense, and they just gave it up. And I'm fed up. I would like to curse more, but I don't want to curse too much. I'm trying to be professional here.
I got you. And again, I don't even swear as much as I used to, Mr. Wombat. I'm trying to make sure that my broadcast here on YouTube can go through and be monetized. I'll be honest.
Okay. But from where I sit, myself personally, I really wonder, or not wonder, but I would like to see the players that we have under a coordinator that can put them and play them to their strengths. I don't feel like Guenther is doing that. And these guys are constantly giving up ridiculous cushions. The zone coverage is terrible. There's no pressure on the coverage or the quarterback. They continuously miss tackles. They leave receivers and tight ends like Kelsey wide open in the middle of the field.
Right.
And it's old. It's old. And it sucks because Carr and these guys really play their tails off. And they did everything in my opinion, and everything you would have want the offense to do. They kept it competitive. But the offense, even when they had to stop, they just found a way to screw it up. And even with the refs with a couple of their trash calls, it doesn't excuse the fact that this defense, as long as Guenther is their coordinator, I just don't see this team making it to the playoffs. This is the way it is. You more than welcome to disagree with me, but that's just what I see.
Well, again, and I agree with you, but here's the other thing, though, and I will give you guys some pause for thought. The last 3 games under the same coordinator, okay, the Raiders won with good defense. I want to say good to adequate defensive effort. Okay. They played, and again, trust me, I'm not going to be out there showing that if John Gruden said to me, "Hey, Captain, do you want Guenther gone?" I says, "Fuck yeah, I want him gone." I'll be honest, but that same guy with the same relative defense won the last 3 games because they were performing. They did not perform tonight, and it was key players that were not doing their jobs. Yes, we missed Cleve Farrell. We missed him today. I agree with that. Well, I mean, even Joyner was missed, and that was a guy that, a lot of times I'm cursing on as well. But we missed LaMarcus Joyner tonight, and I'm not saying COVID this or injuries that or next man up the other. But there were people that were out of position, and I don't know if Paul Guenther isn't on the field. And again, I am not a Guenther supporter. But when your safety that leaves Travis Kelce wide effing open for a touchdown at the end, that's on you, not Paul Gunther.
Let me ask you this real quick. Was the safety in question, was that Jonathan Abram?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. All right. Now, this is my personal take on Abram. Now, I know I see a lot of people like Abram. They like his moxie. They like how he, they like it. They just like his guts. They like his moxie. Myself personally, I was talking with some friends, just some friends last week. I'm not sold on Abram just yet. He might like to lay the wood, but for every play, every highlight he gives you, he gives up a big play.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
And he's been wildly inconsistent, especially for a first-round pick. So I'm not trying to tell somebody, I'm just a spectator, but I'm not completely sold on Abram. So if he was the one who dropped the coverage or messed up in that particular way that you were discussing about leaving Kelsey, who you should not leave wide open, then yes, I could see that. And no, I'm not completely sold on Abram if that's the case.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Now, there was a kid that played for the University of Miami that the Raiders drafted, I think, in the first or second round, and I can't remember his last name. I remember his first name was Philip. Buchanan.
Philip Buchanan.
Right.
Yeah.
And
he would give you one big play. He would give you one big play, but he would give up another play.
There you go. And I gave it for I'd give a Bible verse with Philip Buchanan. I say, Philip giveth, and Philip taketh away.
Philip take it away.
and that's the way that I agree. And I like Jonathan Abram. I like the way that he is a hard hitter. But you know what? A hard hit doesn't do you well if you fuck up a play.
Exactly. And it's funny you mentioned that because I actually made that same, I'm not kidding when I say this, I made that same sentiment to a friend of mine. I said, Jonathan Abram giveth and he taketh away. That's exactly, I'm not kidding. I said that same thing. That's what I've been seeing with Abram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's now we have made the statement. We have updated it. It's not Philip Buchanan anymore. It's Jonathan Abram. And one thing I do like about Abram is that Abram gives you a bit more than Philip Buchanan ever did.
Yes, but to me, again, myself personally, I don't want to take too much of his time, but I would like to see this current roster under but I would like to see this current roster under a competent defensive coordinator, someone who can put these guys and play them to their strength. I don't feel like Gunther is getting that. Maybe it's just me, but I don't see it week to week. This team, unfortunately, has to continue to play a perfect game on the offensive side of the ball and put up at least 30 points a game in order to have a chance to win. And for anyone, even the announcers saying that, the schedule gets easier, I don't necessarily believe that. I really don't. I don't think Atlanta will be a cakewalk. I don't think Miami will be a cakewalk.
Not at all.
Not with this defense. I don't trust them. It's not, myself personally, it's not so much the players, but when players are missing tackles, they've missed blown coverage. They play that horrible soft zone. I don't know who else now if another coordinator came in and then they did the same stupid stuff the next year, then yeah, we can start talking about the players. But right now, my personal opinion, from where I sit, I just don't think Paul Gunther's putting these guys in the best position to win, at least on the defensive side of the ball. Because these guys played about as good a game as you could expect against the Chiefs off a bye week, which we've all complained about.
Yes. And the NFL will continue to screw us on that.
Yes. And one more point before I go, because I don't want to hold up your phone line. Chris Collinsworth said something about Josh Jacobs doing what he did to avoid paying taxes, and something about Al Michaels supporting him, his patriotic duty to pay taxes. Well, I'm saying this right now. Chris Collinsworth can go hug a tree because taxation is theft, and I don't hear crap about paying taxes being your patriotic duty. Dag nabbit, that was ridiculous. I didn't like hearing that. So shout out to Josh Jacobs and shout out to Al Michaels. Dag nabbit.
Yeah, and again, I kind of heard that. But I'm like, and I don't know if you know this, Wombat, but that's why I do a broadcast on the Apple app where you don't have to listen to them. You can listen to me.
Oh, I didn't know you do that. Okay, great. Okay, so you do like a live game cast on your own app?
Yeah, it's the Apple app. It's called Colorcast, and
Okay.
there we go. And I'm going to.
Do you do anything? Do you have anything for Android by chance? Or
No, unfortunately, it's not me. Unfortunately,
okay,
and I got rid of the control. So don't worry. Coast to Coast was
okay.
removed. We had a troll in here. But again, that's why I said I told people don't listen to Al Michaels. Don't listen. Don't listen to his
Chris
bullshit.
Collinsworth.
Don't listen to Collinsworth. Listen to me. Now, granted, I will give you a game broadcast. I might be a couple seconds late because I watch the feed from DirecTV. So all you have to do is slow your channel down about 3 to 4 seconds, and you'll get my feed just like you're talking. I mean, you can pause a button, and you will get the feed from me. Make sure you go to, if you have Apple, or you know somebody that does have Apple, because I'm not an Apple user.
Yeah.
I had to get an iPad just to do this.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. I appreciate you taking my call on one time, your lines, but my personal opinion, it was a winnable game, but I just feel that until this team makes some changes on the defensive side of the ball, I think this team is where they are, where they're going to be. But they're still 6-4. They're still in it. They're not out of it. And at least it was competitive. So
yeah. And I tell you that's an improvement considering what we've grown accustomed to. Playing Kansas City is losing by double digits and getting our butts kicked. That didn't happen this time, and hopefully it'll continue.
Yeah. Okay. And one more quick question. If you can answer off air when you hang up on me, that's fine. Your previous caller, the Kansas City supporter, he made a good point. Where does this team actually see Henry Ruggs? Are they just kind of using him as a decoy? Are they still trying to figure out how to use him? Do they intend to use him as an actual number one? Because I kind of agree with him. We didn't see too much from Ruggs this season. Was he being double teamed, or what's going on?
Yeah, remember though, Ruggs and Edwards were injured for a lot of games, and they are rookies.
Okay.
So again, I'd like to see more from Ruggs. Again, we're 10 games in, and remember in college, that's about a college season. So they might have hit the rookie wall. Although with the time off, I don't think so. Edwards is coming back, and I think that Ruggs and Edwards are going to be dynamic receivers for the Raiders for many years to come. I like what I see with them, but we got to get them involved.
Absolutely.
We got to get them involved.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Wombat, again, you need to not be a stranger, man. You ought to come in more often.
I will. I try to make it a point to do so, but sometimes your broadcasts are on days that I'm at work, so I work alternating days. So.
Gotcha. Well, make sure you watch him on your off time, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I appreciate taking my call. You take care now.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again, shipmate. You take care.
All right. You too. Thanks.
All right. That was Mr. Wombat from Georgia, and I know that he would have came to see me if I had been going up to Atlanta. And again, if you didn't hear, and I'll say it again, I unfortunately will not be at the Atlanta game because of, I just can't say it any other way, is because COVID. I can't go, and I'm not losing my job because of it. I wanted to go. I thought I was going to be able to go. I'm not going because unless everybody here wants to pay my salary, you guys can chip in. And that's, on a bi-week, was it twice a month, bi-monthly basis. I gotta respect the job, so I can't go. I will be out there as soon as I can, and I apologize for not being able to go. But the line is open, and again, I will say this again: if you use the super chat, first off, I appreciate all of the positivity on the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you. If you use the super chat, which is the little $sign on the bottom. For every $4.99 and above that you use, basically $5 like usage, you're going to get an entry into some Raider items that I'm going to be raffling or razzing off, I should say, in the future. You guys knew I gave away my Marcus Allen helmet. I have another, I think it's another Marcus helmet. Thank you there, Dwayne. Now all you need is another $3. $4.99 and up. You will get one entry. And thank you, Dwayne. I do appreciate that. Cap, people don't know you're bringing down 250,000. I am not bringing 200. I wish I made $250,000. I wish I made $250,000. I definitely don't. But again, if you use, like, was it $4.99 and up for each broadcast, you get one entry. Or if it's cumulative, like say Dwayne T has like another $1.99 in the next broadcast, and then the next broadcast I'll have to ring it up so that he gets enough for like $5. Then he'll get an entry. Now tonight already we've had, where's my listing? Oh, okay. Earlier in the show, Rob the Kansas City fan has an entry. Vicky Ginn has an entry. Al Zafari from the Sound of Philadelphia, East of Philly. He's one of the Philly broadcasters, and he has his own show on YouTube. He has an entry as well. And Vanessa Navarrete, who I love to death, has an entry. So those are the entries so far. I think Ed Winchell with $2.99. And let me see here. I think Ed has another. Ed's got an entry. So yeah, Ed's good for 2 entries. Yeah. So Ed Winchell is in for 2 entries with $2.99, $1.99, and $4.99. So he has 2 entries tonight. So thank you there, Ed Winchell. So again, I'm looking for possibly getting a, what is it? Oh, that's for Dwayne? Okay. So that's Dwayne's. So Ed has 1. And okay, I'm gonna say that's for Dwayne. So Dwayne T. Ed Winchell just covered you, Dwayne T. So there you go. Thank you there, Ed Winchell. So Dwayne T has an entry and Ed Winchell has an entry. So there you go. I appreciate that. So again, oh my God, yeah, Mike is from Atlanta, and Mike came down from the Atlanta Raider Boosters, and he's not going to the game. And I feel horribly too, because I was going, and I wanted to go to Atlanta. The last time the Raiders played in Atlanta, I was in Gitmo, and I wasn't able to go. And I think it was the Carson Palmer game where we lost. We lost at the very end. Carson was our quarterback. So, yeah, because I know the last time we played the Falcons was actually in Oakland. I remember that game as well. Good evening to the Bishop, A.J. Brahue. Good to see you as well. And, again, for those that are here, thank you for being here. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Again, for every $4.99 and up, you get 1 entry. If it's like you get like 2 $4.99s, that's 2 entries. Yeah, and I thank you for calling in there or commenting, AJ. Again, I will be on as long as we have people call, because I do got to go to work tomorrow, or telework. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? There we go. I have to telework. I'm here. I'm going to work just via telework. So I am going to work. It was a tough game. It was a game that the Raiders could have, should have, but didn't win because they made enough negative plays or non-plays at the very end. And I'm not laying it all on Aguilar. Brandon Parker has, and I'll get to that as well, Mike Arline. I agree. Brandon Parker has impressed me recently. And that's what I think that they were looking for. they were looking for him to get it together, because remember, he was, and I said this on a show. Is that Brandon Parker moonlights as was one of those doors, canteen doors, saloon doors in those old West shows, because he's a revolving door. But not recently. He's played well. So hopefully he will continue to do that, continue to play well, because again, Sam Young can't stay on the field. And it's a shame. And don't get me started about Trent Brown. Line is open, 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. If we got some calls, great. If not, it is 12:35. We've been on for an hour and 8 minutes. I'm ready to go and get some sleep. And yeah, Dwayne T, thanks to Ed Winchell. You are covered. You got an entry into whenever I do the drawings. Again, for every $4.99 or $5 donation, a lot of them are the $4.99 donations, you're going to be involved in a drawing. And I have in the past, I've given away. In fact, I'm going to give away again. This, I have another one. You guys can't see it right now, so it's off camera. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, I hope I don't drop something here. Okay. I have in the past, and I gave away one, and this is another one. This is a signed Fred Biletnikoff photo. I will give this away. I will get one of those photo mailers. This will be one of the prizes. I'll put this down. I have helmets and other things I'm going to give away. And folks, we are saved in more ways than one, because we get a chance to listen to the Bishop, A.J. Brayhew. Thank you for being here. Amen and praise the Lord.
All right. God bless everyone listening.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you too, Salty.
Thank you, brother.
Well, you're welcome. I'm going to talk it up right now. Raiders! That's right.
Yes.
Proud of the team. The 4th and goal, when they kicked that ball, I was like, oh, gosh. Me and the wife was watching. I said, this son of a gun here is going to come back to kick us in the butt. And she said, what do you mean? I said, we're playing the Chiefs. You need 6 every time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do a shootout with them, you need 6. And you need to play ball control. Keep the ball out of Mahomes' hand. When that field goal went, and I think there were 2 other plays where Carr threw the ball, one to the fullback. I don't know why he's throwing to him.
He was open. Hey, wait a second,
yeah.
AJ. He was open each time.
I know, but stone hands for some reason.
No, whoa.
And then he went back there.
Wait
he
a
went
second.
back there.
AJ.
He went back there after he messed up the first time, and then Aguilar was dropping balls too, and I was like, gosh, this is a moment we have to have it, and it went right through his hands. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But I'm going to say this. Those 2 plays and that field goal were the reason we lost the game. For the people that never played the game and that's mad as hell tonight, let's take pride in this. We won soundly in KC. Okay? They almost got beat in our house, but our defense, who didn't practice all week because of COVID, played the better second, third, fourth quarter part of the game, with the exception of that miss on that last touchdown.
Yeah.
All that other stuff, nah, you got to take your hats off. And I'm really pretty critical about Carr, but I got to take my hat off and say he did a hell of a good job.
Yes.
And I'm starting to really like his play. Chris Collinsworth is obviously a hater on the TV. You could hear him. But I'll tell you what, the Raiders are going to the playoffs. Book it. The Bishop told you God wills it. Amen?
Amen.
And I don't have anything to be sour about tonight. I'm proud. My sticker is always going to be in the back of my truck. I'm always going to be a Raider till I go home. Amen? And I'm going to tell you something. The Raiders are on the way up. Next year's draft, they're going to pick up some more defensive help. Hopefully, I don't know if the coach is going to stick around or not. That coordinator is who I'm talking about, but that kind of stuff can't be going on. You can't leave a guy wide open in the end zone.
Yeah. And we've already identified that Jonathan Abram was the culprit.
Yeah. So he's a heck of a player. He's very young. I hate that he missed the first season as a rookie, but next year for that guy, okay, I hate to look that far ahead, but the truth is, if you look at his ability, he's a leader on the defense, and he's that guy that brings that grit, like Jack Tatum, oh my gosh, I can go on and on. But we're talking about the old school players who smashed off football, Raider ball, okay? That was intimidation.
I got you. Ruben, you got to wait about another minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds before you can call in, brother. I give everybody at least their 5 minutes. Go ahead there, Bishop.
Yeah, and I just want to say this right now to everybody, have a happy and safe, amen, safe Thanksgiving. It is a blessing that the vaccine is finally coming. December 10th, our first responders are going to get it. And then sometime in the spring, the rest of the people are going to get it. Stay safe. Let's not be stupid. Please wear your mask. Please social distance. We're on the closing end of this, and God has the final say. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. Love you. And I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks again there, Bishop AJ. Good hearing from you, brother. Always a pleasure, and thank you for joining us. And get the word out to the congregation of the Raider Nation that to call in and watch the captain.
Amen. Amen. We're here in North Las Vegas. I'm going to tell you, it is Raiderville up here. No matter what, we're silver and black.
That's right. Get the word out there, brother. Because you got your pulpit and I got mine.
Hallelujah. Go Raiders!
Go Raiders. Hey, thanks again there, Salty. All right. That's the Bishop, AJ Brayhugh. Good to hear. Ruben, now you can call in, Ruben. The line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I'm not even going to put the number up because I know Ruben was going to call. So I'll allow him to call in. Thank you for being here. Remember, for every $4.99 that you push on the Super Chat, you get one entry for these prize drawings. Again, I'm gonna accumulate them for a nice prize. I will get the folks together. I think I'm going to tie it to, it's got maybe, is it a money amount or a, so I haven't figured it out yet, and I apologize because it came to me, I said, hey, I got some things and I got to make it worthwhile. So what we got is, and when we got the folks that are here and folks that have the entries for tonight. And again, it's going to be a running total. It's going to be a running tab. Right now, Rob KC guy, he has one entry from earlier. Vicky Ginn has an entry. Al Zafari, my Philadelphia brother, has an entry. Vanessa Navarrete has an entry. Ed Winchell has an entry. And Dwayne T, who got covered by Ed Winchell, has an entry. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries. And again, it'll be, I'm not sure if when it'd be cumulative, it's not going to be per show, but it'll be a running total. And I'll let folks know about it, and I'll put it up on Facebook so that people will come over to YouTube. And again, get the word out. We want to have more people call in and do it. Ruben, I'm waiting on you, brother. I'm waiting on you because I want to go to bed, but you were calling. So I guess I gotta say it again. Call in Ruben. There you go, right there. Call in Ruben. We've been on for 1 hour and a quarter, so Ruben is probably going to be my last caller because it is going to 1 o'clock, and I'm here waiting on you, Ruben, because Ruben called in. But again, you got to give everybody at least their 5 minutes of conversation. Thank you for watching. I appreciate getting the word out. I'm here, and I will be here for various shows. I will let you know that I will be on. Tuesday night will be my my broadcast of the Firing a Broadside is a Raider-specific podcast. No calls, just listening for the broadcast of the podcast. I will put it up on some of the other social networks. I can't remember exactly, Buzzsprout and Spotify, and I'm going to get it on other ones as well. So look for it out there once it gets out. And thank you there, AJ. Appreciate that as well. Again, hopefully Ruben will call in because I've been schwitzing, and yeah, I have been. I've been schwitzing for about the last 5 minutes on this. Remember that there are folks that are going to be. You can listen to the captain at least 5 nights a week because again, I will be doing a broadcast on various things, and I think this is Ruben. Yes, it is. Ruben, you are my final call of the night. How you doing, brother? What's going on? Good hearing from you.
Where do I start, Captain?
Well,
man, this means
go for it.
Well, if you look at the score, what is it, 35-31?
Yep.
Okay. When I look at that score, what do I see? I see them scoring touchdowns every chance they got. That field goal we went for, I told myself, I go, and that was before they even got to the field goal point. I was like, they need to get the ball in the end zone because you do not beat a team like them with field goals. You just don't. And I also told myself, and I wish I didn't say this, the team who has the ball last, even though we had it, 28 seconds, but that wasn't really having it last, is going to win the football game. Now, I don't know what Gutner's looking at or what Gruden's looking at or even up in the booth or somebody even on the field, like a veteran would have known this or should have done this. When I saw the misdirection and they were looking for their assignment, and they're about to snap the ball, I'm like, oh, fuck, why aren't they calling time out? You could already see the corners and the people in the secondary didn't know their assignments. They didn't know who to cut. And then when Kelsey's wide open, what do you expect? Nobody knew who there were assignments for. We had a timeout so to burn, and they don't use it? Are they not trying to win the game?
Okay. I agree that hurt.
We played a good game. This COVID stuff, it sucks. When I heard 10 of our players, and then, okay, we're lucky we got 7 back. Joyner wasn't there. Colin Farrell wasn't there. I forgot the other guy. There were 3 guys that didn't come back. Okay.
Wait a second. Colin Farrell's an actor. Cleve Farrell plays for defensive tackle.
Yeah. But there were 10 guys. I don't remember the other 2.
Yeah.
They showed them right before the game, but I forgot who they were.
Littleton was out as well.
Yeah.
And Hurst was out with just a regular injury, but Hurst was out as well.
Yeah. When we scored the touchdown, when we got that touchdown, I was like, good. Then I looked at the clock, and I was like, they left too much time on that clock. But they let them go down the field, and I don't know, but Abram does this. I don't know how many games he's done this in because I haven't kept track of it, and I should. It seems like every time that guy gets flagged for a late hit when the guy's already going out of bounds, he helped Kansas City get down the field faster with that 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
A part of me was like, fuck. I'm like, I'm not Gruden, but if I was, I'm taking your ass out of the game at least for one play until you knock off doing that shit. Because you just hurt the defense. And we don't have the kind of defense like we used to have back in the old days where they could get away with shit like that. We just don't.
I agree.
Every crucial, but I was like, man, I can't believe they're going down the field that easy. And yes, the defense was tired because they've been chasing that little punk around all day long trying to get to him. They blitzed him a few times. I thought they were going to pull off this win, Captain, and they didn't. But I thought to myself, you know what? Well, at least we got them one time in their house, and we got them when we were healthy.
Yeah,
but they need to make some changes on defense because if we don't, it's like this. I saw some comments people were putting up, after the game was over. Okay, here's the scenario. We get in the playoffs, we're either going to be playing the Steelers or the Chiefs. They don't start changing nothing now because we have like 5 more games, till the end of the season, the regular season. don't expect much for them if they don't start making those changes now before we get there. Because then we're gonna be one and done. They're not gonna do nothing in the playoffs. They're gonna get there, but they're not gonna be able to do nothing. And you can't play these kind of games that we're playing against these kind of opponents. They're good on both sides of the ball. See, for whatever reason why we were getting and we were scoring, Chiefs were messing up on defense too. So they don't got a solid defense. But if you give them the ball and they have it last, they're going to beat you every time.
Right. But here's the thing, though, and remember, right now we are a 7 seed, so we're the last seed, so we would play Kansas City. If we are a 5 seed, we're not going to play Kansas City, and we won't play Pittsburgh. So our goal is to be a 5 seed now that it appears, and again, it appears that the AFC West is out of reach, but not necessarily. I mean, Kansas City, and for the music mail person that's in here, okay, Kansas City barely beat the Panthers. Kansas City. Well, Ruben, let me finish for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Kansas City has to play the Buccaneers and they have to play the Saints. So right now, and I'm not saying the Raiders are going to win out, but let's say that the Raiders win out and they're 12-4.
Yeah.
If the Raiders are 12-4, then and Kansas City, let's say they lose 3 games. Let's say they lose against the Bucs. Let's say they lose against the Saints, and let's say they lose against Miami. Remember, we got to beat Miami too.
Yeah, they had a couple games in there they should have lost, but they came back and they pulled out those wins, man. And I was like, wow, because you're looking at the season, and I'm like, wow, we're the only team that really beat them. So I know this team is capable of beating them, and they should have won tonight. You can't. I mean, I'd have been more fine if there were guys on Kelsey, but they left them too damn wide open.
Well, but you know what? They've done that for the last 10 years or 20 years, to be honest.
Yeah. When he's in motion or when Hill's in motion, those are the guys that get the ball. I don't understand why Gutner doesn't see that on defense. Every time they ran Hill in motion, he got the ball. He'd be on the right side, he's running the motion to the left, and there they are. They're getting the corner, they're getting the edge, whether they're throwing the ball or they're handing it off to them. They do that all the time. See, I don't get in Gutner's his defense. They're not really changing nothing. They're just hoping that somebody on defense is going to make a play. Like when Mueller slipped and got up and caught the ball. See, that ball wasn't thrown right to his receiver. Mahomes threw that ball.
No, Mahomes threw it behind his receiver, and it went into Mullins' hand.
Yeah, when he threw it, and I seen Mullins slip, I said, fuck, they're going to get a touchdown. Well, then I saw where his receiver was. I saw where the ball was at. When Mullen got up, I mean, he got lucky. Because I think if he caught that ball and he doesn't slip, he could probably run that ball all the way back for a touchdown because there was nobody back there but the quarterback.
Right.
But, we got away with one. We had a 3-point lead going to the locker room. I didn't like the fact they won the coin toss because we always want to get the ball, in the second half, start the third quarter. That didn't happen here. But, we dodged the bullet there. And then we were going down. I kept saying, nah, they're getting too close. They're getting too close. And then when I saw the confusion and then Kelsey was wide open, I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what they should have called a timeout. I mean, they were pointing at each other. I don't know. Was that Abrams' assignment? I think it was.
It was. In our estimation, it was Abrams that like I said, just like I was talking to Mr. Wombat for years, it used to be Philip Buchanan, Philip Giveth, and Philip taketh away. Jonathan Abram, Jonathan giveth, and Jonathan taketh away.
Yeah, he made a couple of good open tackles, when it was like a one-on-one when he saved that one score. But what did Elder say? I think, not Elder, it was the other guy that was on there. What did he say? It's like for every play he does, he messes up another play. Like he's not consistent. And they did pretty good, I guess, in the tackling, considering, a lot of our guys didn't get to practice and stuff like that. But they should have had this game tonight. I don't know how much longer Gruden's going to keep Gutner,
Well,
He's not
obviously,
putting.
hey, Ruben, Paul Gunther is the defensive coordinator for the rest of the year. We've gone 10 games with
Oh,
him.
I know.
We've gone 10
They-
games with him, so there's
Yeah.
not going to be any change between now and
And
the
that's
end
the
of the
thing.
season. So
If
just
you
lock
get rid
it,
of him, we
lock it up,
Yeah.
brother. He's our DC for the
Oh, I
end
know.
to the end of the year.
That's the thing. If they were to change him, then who do you replace him with? And you don't replace him just to get rid of the guy. You're going to replace him. You better find somebody better than him because it's not the same shit. It's the same, same thing. You're not making any change. If
Right.
the guy that comes in ain't going to do, and put these players where they need to be. But see, sometimes I guess you can't always blame the coaches. But somebody on defense should have said, hey, we got a timeout. We're not ready here because everybody's pointing. And it's like, why do they do that on a crucial play like this, It's third down. It's not fourth down because even if they didn't get the touchdown, they're going to go for it. They have to. They got no choice.
Right. Hey, Rube, you're up at 10 minutes, brother. I appreciate the call in. Make sure you
I just
continue to
wish it was
watch,
mine.
and it's always good hearing from you.
Yeah, I just let's say what I want, Captain. The play wasn't consistent. That's the only problem I have.
Well, it was inconsistent. I agree with you, and the Raiders gotta tighten it up.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Rube.
Anyway, they played a good game. I'm proud of my team. So.
Yeah, I am as well. And again, thanks for calling in, partner.
Yep, you take care, Captain.
All right, take care.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. Hey, that's my good buddy Ruben Felia. Good to hear from him. And Mike Arline, you said Winston Moss. Where's Winston Moss now? Where is Winston Moss now? Because he was up for the job. He was up for the job 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Where is Winston Moss? I'll have to look it up. Folks, I appreciate everybody's call. I appreciate everybody's view. Again, I will say this. Ooh, I don't have a camera there. Okay, let's get a camera there. Let me get a camera in here. Because I'm about ready to do my outro, but I can't do outro without a camera. So let's get this done. And there we go. Fading out, we are here on the channel. And thank you for watching us tonight. This has been the Ask Captain Jack show post-game. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast, and I got to get some rest. So I appreciate everybody that's been here. Again, look for shows for me on this YouTube channel. Pretty much at least 5 nights a week. There'll be the Sunday show, obviously, for the game. There will be a show on Tuesday. That's the Broadside show on YouTube. There'll be a Wednesday show, which will be with, it'll be on the N Nation, was it the Nation Football Live, or I can't remember. It'll just look for it, the channel. I will push the information on Facebook as well. But it's, I think it's Nation Football Live or NFL Nation. There you go, NFL Nation Live. That's the show. It is on YouTube, so make sure you are there for that. And again, then the Thursday show, You Don't Know Jack About Sports. Friday, I will be doing a show for ESF. That is on the Facebook channel, so look for that, all you Facebookers that are bitching that you don't get a chance to watch me anymore. It'll be a Facebook show. It'll be football for all football fans. It's not just for Raider fans, so look for it as well. I want to thank all my callers. Thank you for coming in here again. Every time you use Super Chat or give a super sticker, if you a $4.99 contribution and up, will give you a drawing for a Raider prize pack. I'm gonna accumulate. Let it accumulate. Let it roll. I will get out the word when I get up to a nice good amount and I figure out what my prizes are going to be. I will let you know. Okay. So we'll get that going as well. So again. Each $4.99 and up gets you one. I would say $5, but a lot of the stickers are like $4.99. Do that, and right now we have 6 entries. Rob from Kansas City, Vicky Ginn, Al Zafiri from Philadelphia, Vanessa Navarrete from Colorado, Ed Winchell, and Dwayne T, because Ed Winchell covered you. So those are our 6 participants so far in the Raider prizes. I will let you know what it is once I figure out what all my prizes are. But we'll get that done. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you are viewing this week. Watch the channel. Push the channel. Push the channel. I want to get more people out here to watch the show, and it's better. It's better when I have more callers. It's more interesting. Y'all come back, and thanks again for joining me tonight. We will see you for the next show. It'll be Tuesday 9 p.m. on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It'll be the Firing a Broadside Raider podcast. Make sure you are there. It's no call-ins, but we'll be talking about the next game with the Atlanta Falcons. We'll see y'all next time. Didn't quite get it tonight, but we'll get it again. Hopefully we'll get that win in Atlanta. I definitely know we need some more wins. 6-4. We need at least 4 or 5 more. We'll see you later.